YouTube continues to be the most frustrating job I've ever had. I love it because it's incredibly satisfying to tell the stories of all these various productions. The behind-the-scenes stuff that most folks don't know. For example, I love being able to tell the story of Nothing But Trouble and how much passion went into it. It's a joy to be able to share these stories, as well as have a laugh at some of the more cheesy entries into the B-movie world. I know I'd get more views if I went after brand new movies or latched onto the low-hanging fruit, but that's not what I or this channel is about. I like talking about the underdogs, or in some cases, movies that were huge, but have been either forgotten over time or have a great story behind how they were made. Over the past few months, ad revenue's been dipping, and YouTube has been tightening their grasp on what you can and can't say on their platform. I've adjusted my content to adhere to their guidelines, but even still, some of my videos are flagged for reasons that I'm not even sure of because they just give me the not suitable for most advertisers reason with no context beyond that. Add to that some overzealous studios who are floundering, so they claim every video they can to try to squeeze a few bucks out of YouTubers while their company is going down the toilet. I don't spam you guys with constant please like and subscribes because I've always felt that if the content's solid, you shouldn't need to request that at the beginning of the video. I put it at the end where if you like what you just saw and would like more, you can like and sub. This brings me to my Patreon, which I handle pretty much the same way. If you enjoy my content and would like me to be able to produce more, please donate to my Patreon. While YouTube's ad revenue has been fluctuating, so has my Patreon. As I said in my last one of these, to the people who say get a real job, why is this not a real job? How is this any different from a person who owns their own business? I create a service, and that service is entertainment, which some people are willing to pay for. Prior to this, I was a video editor, and what I do now isn't much different from what I did then. Well, the major difference is that I'm actually working on content that I care about versus trying to make hours of video lectures not boring. So, what's the best way to help the channel? If you can afford it, please donate to my Patreon. I have some cool perks up there to help make it worth your while. If just 2% of my audience gave $1 a month, I'd be a lot less stressed. I know some might think that's too much, but it's tax time right now, and let me tell you, a good chunk of what I made last year went to taxes. Here's a few other ways you can help. If you don't want to use Patreon, you can donate to me directly via PayPal. I'll put a link to this and everything else below. I have a merch store if you'd like a GoodBadFlicks t-shirt or one of my other designs. I have a Twitch channel and stream on there a few nights a week. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sub to me for free on there. Although you have to re-up every month manually because I guess they don't want people to just sub and then never return. If you want to hear me talk about movies, TV, and the entertainment industry in general, I've been co-hosting the podcast Radiodrome for the past few years with my friends Josh and Peter. I'm very protective of this channel and the audience I've built up over the years. I have taken a few sponsorships, like the one from Shudder last year, but that was for things that I believed in and things that made sense for the channel. I've had some very lucrative offers to plug for iOS games and whatnot, but I've turned those down because they don't make sense for the channel. I'm not about to shill for something that I wouldn't use myself, and while I could use the money, I feel the integrity of the channel is more important. I do have some sponsored content coming up in the future, but it's for stuff that I've used myself in the past and have been happy with it. I understand times are tough and not everyone's in a position to donate. So to those people, I always say, the best way you can help is to like, subscribe, share, and tell your friends about the channel. It costs you nothing except for maybe a moment of your time and it helps me to reach a bigger audience. I have some amazing content lined up for the coming future that I know you're going to want to see. A great mixture of both obscure and mainstream production tales that I can't wait to share. I'm also continuing to work on remastering more of the old lost episodes, as well as updating a few really old ones. Thanks for the support, everyone. I'll see you soon.